Seeing if I can ruin your loading screen, blah bum to do day blah blah, you know me boy bum to do day blah blah, you know me boy bum to do day blah blah, you know me boy bum to do that blah blah, you know me boy bum to do day blah blah, you know me boy bum to do day blah blah, you know me boy.
You're sick. You're twisted. What's up, Justin? You just showed me that I need to change the font size of this chat box, make it way smaller. This shit is huge. I can only get, well, one of the average size of your messages can fit, which is the 5,000 character limit or whatever. So what's good? So I'm gonna be putting all this on YouTube because it's gonna be pretty, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something, but it can be funny. I'm gonna put a message up. Try emoting, because I put this funny new little thingy that's like when you emote, the shit flies all over the screen. So try spamming some emotes. I don't care. It'll make it pop up on the screen. They'll fly everywhere, I promise. Where is text? There we go. Add source. What's the text say? Try emoting. And I'm gonna make it huge. Huge. Sweet. Alright. I don't think anything's in the top left, so we're gonna do that. Alright. But what's up, y'all? Took a break yesterday, focused on YouTube channel, been kind of doing my own thing this week. It's about to be hella rainy for the next few days, so I'm probably gonna stream. I can't stream super long today. I have somewhere to be at 4, but after today, maybe tonight, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I got a life besides this. Maybe I'll want to hang out with some people. But it's been a good week. I pretty much came back swinging. And I've been rewatching the little pieces of the Resident Evil playthrough. I really liked how that turned out. That's a cozy little run that I'm putting on YouTube. So hopefully some people see that and they're like, oh, sweet. I don't know. But I just wanted to do a little cutting it up, like mini podcast to see how it works out. Because I wrote down some funny stuff. I've been thinking of things I might want to talk about on the stream. So, I don't, you know, let's get into it. I got some things written down. Already my haters are messaging me. You better behave. There we go. Anyways, what did you say? You said, look at the Insta meme I sent you. I don't have Instagram. I don't really use it. I don't even think I could log in if I wanted to, but I'm sure it was good. Can you make a 15k stream points reward where I take over the stream? I don't know how that would work. There is a funny ass widget that I saw that's like it's called like co-host. So you can turn this thing on and you can like have a viewer request to just join with their webcam, like TikTok or whatever, like someone joining your live. And that seems like it would be really funny and chaotic, so I'd want to probably figure that out. So I'm gonna get like a channel points reward where someone could just join with their webcam and hopefully not get me banned. Hopefully y'all behave, because that's you're putting a lot of power into some random person's hands. So we could do something like that. That'd be pretty fucking funny. I don't care how awful the jokes are or who's doing it. It would be pretty chaotic, and I'm not super stuck up. I want this to be pretty fun, so you could show up and just be annoying as shit, and I'll have you on for like 10 minutes or whatever. We'll figure out the timing, but that would be pretty hilarious, actually. You just bomb the stream, just stream snipe. That's the fun part of being small time like me, is like, it's just you guys and probably some random people once in a while that don't chat or lurkers or whatever. So I don't care if some random person shows up. I could just turn the video off if they're being weird, but you can do fun stuff like that. So anyways, let's see. What do I got on my notepad? Well, I'm drinking something right now, so it's really delicious. Hold on. And that's one of the things I wrote down. Is I went to the store and I'm on this diet where I basically don't want any carbs at all. It's the keto diet. It's pretty fun. Once you get over the side effects for the first few days, it goes pretty smoothly. But it's been going well. But the one thing is there's zero sugar Coke. And I don't know if anyone's ever tried zero sugar Coke, but it's pretty good. It tastes basically like a sweeter, less carbonated Coke. Yeah, that is one of the side effects. Here, let me change the clipping here now that we moved everything. So that's pretty interesting. But so there, yeah, that's they call it the keto flu, but you know, you get over it. And let's see. That's a good way to shed some weight. Just kidding. But the zero sugar Coke's actually pretty nice. It's like a sweeter, less carbonated Coke. And what I've been doing is, another thing you can have is almond milk. So I've been mixing it with a little bit of almond milk. Before you freak out and say that sounds disgusting, it actually just tastes kind of like a root beer float. So it's pretty good. And the trick is, I've tried, you might remember, I tried putting normal milk with Coke, like Soldier Boy did in The Boys. And that was pretty nasty. It was not good. Because real milk, it has all this stuff in it that makes it foam up when it comes in contact with real Coke. And they like don't interact well, and it just tastes like sulfuric almost, like it's like grainy and weird. So almond milk is very skim, and it's barely milk, it's just almonds. And zero Coke is like, zero sugar is barely Coke, it's not super carbonated, so they interact pretty well, and it tastes pretty good. So that's my little drink suggestion. Zero sugar Coke and almond milk, and there's probably like one carb in an entire cup, so I'm sipping on that sometimes. But I've been enjoying that a lot, and it tastes like a root beer float kind of, but it's Coke, so you know, like that sort of flavor interaction. But it's cool. So other than that, let's see. Like at 4 o'clock, I have to go to the barber. I'm gonna get my hair cut because like a few months back, I had some pretty long hair, but I was like sick one week. I think I had COVID a few months ago. And I was like, this hair is just pissing me off and it's all weird. And you just get that voice in your head that's like, I need to cut my hair. So I was like, I don't want to go to the barber, or I can't because I have COVID for like a few days or a week or whatever it was at that time. So I literally just took a electric trimmer and just trimmed it myself and used like scissors. Basically just remembering what I've seen the barber do. And it actually came out pretty good. That was like a month ago or so. So it looked pretty decent. It was not awful. Like it wasn't like the back of my head was totally diagonal or everything was mismatched. So I think I did actually like an 8 out of 10 bang up job for not being able to see totally. Like I did it in the mirror, but you know. Other than that, let's see. Dude, I reset the chat size and now it only shows your message that says you shitting. That's it. Anyways. Other than that, but the barber, I'm going in there because my hair's kind of grown out and the sides are just like fucked. Like if they're not properly leveled, like if I ever go in and get like a fade or something, the sides of my head just grow out hella long, and I just look like I got zapped with electricity. So I have to keep like the top longer than the sides at all times. So I didn't really do that when I trimmed it myself. So it's starting to grow out and look fucking weird. That's one reason you want to go to the barber too, is they know how to try to shape your hair where it's going to grow in well, like a bonsai tree or some shit. So didn't do that myself. Don't know how to do all that. That's the advanced level tech that a good barber could do. Anyways, so one thing I thought of that was funny is when I go in, I like to give pictures because they say that's the best way. But it's embarrassing because every like haircut picture is either some random Instagram kid or like a famous person. So I'm trying to get like really short on the sides and like pretty medium on the top so I can still style it. So I'm looking up that, and I'm like, I like to look at like GQ because that's a pretty decent website for that sort of stuff, like fashion. So I'm looking and it's only like celebrities. So I'm having to pick out these pictures that are just like, it's like Justin Timberlake and Zac Efron, but their hair looks how I want it. And now I'm confronted with a situation where I have to go talk to another fully grown man and show him these pictures of these like celebrities. And I'm just like, please make me look like Justin Timberlake. It's just so awkward. And it's like, oh my God. So it's a little bit of an awkward thing. They're used to it. But for me, on my end, it's just like a little embarrassing. But I'm like, oh my God, please, I want to be JT. But, you know, I think it'll look good. It's the price. But some people just don't say anything. And that's the trick, is you have to be very direct with your barber. Like, you got to tell them what to do. And they have the skills to do it. Like, they want to be directed 90% of the time. Unless they're, like, cocky and they just don't. You know, they think they're better than everybody, but 90% of the time they like when people give them direction, because then there's less chance you're going to not like what you see and get mad. Because if you just tell them, I want a fade, and then they give you like a high fade or a low fade or something, you don't like it, they can't really regrow your hair. So, I don't know. That's been my experience. I'm like, I want this, I want it to look like this. Pictures usually do well. The only thing is, like, some of these guys, they'll look at the picture and be like, oh, okay, I see. And then they just, like, totally blow it. It's like they forgot what the picture was, probably. And they're, like, too stubborn to ask again. I used to have a really good barber up in Sonoma, or I guess it's down in Sonoma, who would always be like, can I see it again? Like a few times. So that's how you know they're paying attention, actually trying, if they ask you to see it, you know? But that was pretty funny. I'm like, oh God, I got to go in, and it's not like crippling social anxiety. I'm like, I don't want to do it, but it's like, oh, I got to show them a fucking picture of like this Justin Timberlake could be like, can you make me look like Justin? It's like, oh my god. But alas. And what else do we got? I went and saw, I think Trey was talking about Avatar 2 in the Discord, and I actually went and saw that, and I want to say I really liked it. So not a lot of people are talking about it, at least among my friends, so I just wanted to say my thoughts. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but it was actually pretty good. Like, it was very refreshing, it was very pretty looking. There was like a lot of new concepts and a lot of well done older, like traditional movie storytelling concepts. So the new parts are just like the world and how the characters interact, and there's like little things, and some of them are callbacks to the first movie, and I haven't seen that movie since I was 13, but I still remembered a lot of it. They do a good job of drawing the memories out of you, like, remember this place? But you know, they don't just say that. They're like, oh, we're here, and it's like, oh, you kind of look back, like, I remember that, this and that. So I really enjoyed the eccentric and unique kind of world building and world like rules. It's very fantasy setting. They kept the aliens blue, pretty controversial. Yeah, I know, in modern times, like, don't they know that times have changed? Speaking of that, there's a new group of aliens that are like a different color blue, so I'm not even going to touch that. I don't want to get, I don't want to get political, but those guys are pretty cool. So there's like new parts of the world they're showing, because then they're kind of taking the magnifying glass and zooming out on the planet, because Pandora, as it is like, they only really were in the mountains. So it's like, oh, let's, this one's called Way of the Water, let's go somewhere else and we can see the rest of the planet. So you kind of get the sense for this series they're going to keep doing that and have them kind of span the planet. It's like, that's neat, that's pretty cool. Like, I get that impression, but I'm not sure. I just feel like that because it's like, oh, we're second movie, we're moving locations, we're doing stuff here. So I liked the CGI was really good. I mean, some of the best CG I can think of from the top of my head are Thanos. Looked really good. They did a really good job on him, and I'm sure they rushed the shit out of that movie. This movie looked really amazing. It was probably like some top level CGI. There's rarely parts where you're like, it doesn't look real. Like, it's just, you just are like, oh, I'm starting to believe it. And the reason I think that is because they didn't rush the shit out of the animators. A lot of the top level movies, like Marvel movies, mark the calendar, I started talking about Marvel. I guess I said Thanos. Or smash the bell, it's been this many minutes since Marvel in a movie discussion. But, in Marvel, they rush a lot of those movies out, so... that purple guy? Hollywood never misses a chance. The Marvel movies are very rushed. Like, there's been a lot of stories coming out that Disney, Marvel, like, rush their animators and crunch the shit out of them, like, video games kind of thing. So their CGI, like, they're either purposefully just bombing it because they're pissed off, the animators, or they just don't have enough time. So it's like either or. But, those movies, the CGI has been kind of iffy in the more recent ones, like Shang-Chi had some weird shit, and I didn't really like the graphics of some of the Black Panther movie at the end and things like that. But Thanos looked good. I really, 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 these are my like favorite, most underrated movies, the Planet of the Apes movies. So like, most people saw the one with James Franco and they're like, oh, that was cool. Like, monkeys were smart and they broke out. And like, I like the monkey, he was cool, like blah, 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 he went to the zoo. You have to watch the sequel and the last one. Those CGIs in that movie, like, the monkeys look so real. And there's like actual characters, they have emotions, they have intentions, there's like friendships, there's betrayals. Those movies are so good. Holy crap, and they're so underrated because nobody I know has watched all three. They've seen the James Franco one, which is like, maybe 8 out of 10. But with the whole trilogy, like, the second one's amazing. It's like Last of Us shit. Like, it's the end of the world. The humans are very small. They're like living in the jungle remains of San Francisco. They have to make a deal with these monkeys to like coexist. All this crazy drama. And then the last one is like things have moved forward and now the humans have a different position, and it's just like, it's so good. So the CGI in those movies are amazing. The monkey looks amazing. It's the Andy Serkis guy from Schmeagol. And it's just a lot of... how delayed is the chat box? Let me check that, because I just saw your message, and I'm sure you're not typing this out like 50 seconds later. Let's see. Done. Okay. But I love those movies. Like, really hard recommend for me, because those are such an easy watch. And they're just three really good movies. Definitely starting in with the first one. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry. I was just checking because someone was talking about delay. Yeah, okay, 5 seconds is good, thanks. So you said Let's see. Shang-Chi just insulting generic Chinese culture. Like, can we not have an Asian superhero without the legend of? Look at their super kung fu. Yeah, maybe just me. I didn't watch it. LMAO. Took me a long time to type. Like 5 seconds. Yeah. Shang-Chi was weird. So, like, I mean, the most of the things people liked about it that they said they loved were the choreography of the fights. And I remember liking some of them. Like, they were fun. It kind of reminded me of old, like, Jackie Chan, because it's like Bruce Lee was always like the intense good, like, just martial arts of like that looks badass, and then Jackie Chan was always funny for me as a kid because he's fighting with competence, but it's like slapstick, and I think that takes a lot of charisma and skill to pull off, where he's like, you know, flying and jumping on a chair and then like jumping on and off the chair 5 times and rearranging it and having the bad guy sit down on the chair and then throwing him out of the chair, and it's like doing all this like slapstick kung fu, and it's like really funny and fun. So Shang-Chi had a bit of that, so I like seeing that because that kind of stuff doesn't really exist anymore in movies that are like popular. So I like that. But the like the what do I want to say, the writing of the like fake Asian culture, I don't know. I don't remember much of it. I know they went to like this crazy world where they had these like 2 giant dragons, and it was all pretty generic. And I'm worried the problem is that the base character is pretty generic, and like they just try to make something out of it because they wanted to have like a cool like Asian superhero, and like I think that works, and he is a cool Asian superhero, but it's like the writing is just, oh, we're gonna dip from the comic books, and it's like the comic books are kind of whatever. So maybe the character is actually super cracked, but from what I remember, he's just like a kung fu guy, and it's like, well, he's mostly a side dude, so he doesn't like, maybe they could have rewritten some of the story, I don't know. But it, you know, yeah, there's kung fu, there's dragons, there's ancient talismans and all this stuff. It's like, dude, we've done all this before. So I know what you mean. It could have been a little more clever. Could have been a little bit more like, I don't know, different. It's kind of samey. So that brings up a good point, because one of the things I was going to say about Avatar too was I've been pretty scrutinous of like phase whatever Marvel past like post Endgame. You know, we have like BC and AD. Now we have like BT and AT or something, or AS. So it's like before Thanos, and then AS is like after Snap or after Tony or something. So we're in the after Tony part of Marvel. And since Endgame, I really haven't liked any of these movies that much. Like, I didn't see Eternals. I saw Doctor Strange. I saw the Spider-Man movie, which I don't really count for reasons I'll get into sometime. The shit era. Yeah, that's the official name for sure. It's I don't know. I think they just don't know what to do. Like, they're just confused. Like, they totally pulled off the first half, if it even's going to be a half, and now the second half they dip too much into TV shows, and there's too much like supplemental material. It's not just the movies anymore, and some people like that and some people hate it, and I don't watch any of the TV shows. I just don't have the time. I'm a little pissed off because of all the Star Wars shows that I watched that were wasting my time. Like, I liked Mandalorian season 1 and part of season 2, and then it kind of started getting a little bit too much fan service, and I'm like, I was kind of liking it because it wasn't fan service. And I hear Andor is really cracked, but I need my recovery time. Didn't like Boba Fett. I didn't finish it. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, the books that I read when I was 9 were way better, and no, I'm not biased, but there's a lot of extra material now with the TV shows, and you have to watch like 3 seasons of some show to see who the hell, you know, Pizza Dog is, or Hawkeye's companion. Also, shout out Hawkeye actor Jeremy Renner. I heard he got hit with a snowplow and he's like recovering, so that's like fucked up. So I hope he does well. Like, I don't even care about the character, I just hope the dude's alright. So I don't know, but yeah, I just want to bring that up. And yeah, Marvel as a whole definitely flopping, as the kids say, since Thanos was off. I mean, that was such a great finale, and you kind of want to rebuild, but even just rebuilding, there he is. See, I got an emote wall. That shit's fun. There you go. I think that'd be fun to put on some streams. Why not? The just the building blocks of these characters, like, I'm not really interested. Like, I don't want to see a Shang-Chi sequel. I don't really care. There wasn't a lot left. Like, I'd like to see him alongside other characters. Like, if there was a mainline movie about somebody else that I cared about, like, I'd like to see him show up. It's kind of like Doctor Strange. I agree with a lot of people. They say Doctor Strange as his own movie is kind of just but when he shows up in things, like when he shows up in Endgame, he's really fun, or other movies and stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Bench him. I don't know. And the other characters, I don't even remember What else has been out? Thor 4. Don't want to go there. Everybody's already talked about it. I kind of felt like, all right, that was weird. And it was a movie made like ironically. Like I feel like the guy who directed it made it ironically because he just was so famous. He's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I made a comedy Thor. I'm gonna make another one. I don't even care this time. I can just do whatever. So it seems like the whole cast, if you look at like behind the scenes, they're just there like giggling and laughing about how shitty everything is, and it's like they just made it sarcastically, which is kind of what Fast and Furious does at this point because there's 8 of them, and it's the same story if you watch the behind the scenes of that movie. Like the cast is just like having fun, they don't give a shit, and it's like that translates well to the movies of Fast and Furious. I kind of like those because it's just like fun fucking action, and we don't really get a lot of that in a big budget anymore. So I think like post Christopher Nolan, everybody's trying to take themselves a little too seriously to like get the big bucks, but I like those movies personally, and they have fun, and you can tell. And it's like, okay, you know, it's about family, and we gotta rescue our family. It's like, whatever. They're shooting a car into space. Ludacris is in a car in space with a taped-on giant rocket. It's funny. And it's different, but it's a different vibe. And like Thor, they're making it ironically, but it doesn't translate well because it seems like he doesn't really give a shit about the source material. And I don't know if you saw that one, but one of the main characters has cancer, and there's like a scene of her going through cancer problems, and it's super sad, or it's supposed to be. And then the next scene is like some slapstick thing. I remember my friend next to me, I think it was Nate, was right next to me. The next scene, when she like drops the line like I have cancer, it's like almost deadpan comedy, so he just laughs out loud, and it's like it was almost funny. Like I was like, huh? But he's like, ha. And it's like that's proof of the concept. Like they don't care, they're just like making it funny. It's like this is weird. So what the fuck's Marvel gonna do? I don't even have an idea. And I used to love Marvel. I mean, I love things like X-Men and Hulk, and there's no presence of that. So it's like, I don't know. X-Men's done. I think they're getting Wolverine back, which I don't know. That's like for funny Deadpool. Who cares? But, you know, Logan's pretty much the last part of that. And X-Men are in a weird place, and Hulk is comedy relief. She-Hulk and all that, so whatever. But, and then what was my third CGI movie I liked? I can't even fucking remember what I was talking about. So I loved Thanos, I loved the monkey movies, and now I think Avatar is probably one of the best CGI I've seen in movies. They did a really good job making the world beautiful, and I like the story. I wouldn't say it's simple, but it's like, and it wasn't one that I could predict completely. Like things would start happening, and I'm not the guy that like says this is going to happen to like my friends and try to figure it out. But like I was watching this movie and I was kind of skeptical going in. I wasn't sure how good it was going to be. So I was like, okay, like let me see if I can figure out if it's predictable or this or that. And I'm watching, and maybe it was me trying to get invested. I'm like, I think this might happen where this person's going to do this. And then something completely different would happen. And I was like, holy shit. So there was a lot of twists, and I think the finale was really fun. And I know it's 3 hours long, but I can tell you it did not feel that way. It probably felt like an hour and a half, all in all, because the movie just moves and moves and moves. It does not drag its feet like ever. This guy, James Cameron, knows how to pace a movie. Like, people doubt him, but he's proved himself as a great director. He knows exactly how to pace it. He knows how to put in, emotion and action and tension, so definitely enjoyable. Any opinion on the Pythagorean theorem? No, I don't remember it either. So it's that the a squared b squared is c squared divided by all that. I don't remember it. It's definitely useful for those in those fields. But I liked Avatar too. I came out of it happy. I like the new characters. They're definitely moving it in a new direction. I can't see the entire course of the series they're going for based on the ending, but I liked the finale, and it was kind of just cool seeing the world again. I think one thing I think is, looking back, the first movie was pretty good, but the way that it received so much financial success and attention, like, definitely put this spotlight on it, so people were able to go in and pick it apart, and then people are like, well, why is the most financially successful movie so bland? Like, this is not a huge, like, crazy good movie. And the real reason was it was just a movie that everybody could really enjoy. Like, everyone took something out of it, and it's not a deep thinker. And there are people who go to movies for deep thinking when they're either in the mood or they're just in general. And there are people who go just to have something to do. And I think the movie had a bit of both. So, like, there were themes to it that were relevant. They're pretty, like, basic, like, colonialism and stuff. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the sub. Ayao0174.
5 months of ballin'.
Ballin'. Thanks for balling for 5 months. You guys are awesome. We're talking about Avatar 2. And so I was just saying that the first Avatar had a lot of financial success. 5 months in a row, pretty much. Twitch is pretty lenient with that. Like, I have streamers that I'll come back to like after 6 months. He hasn't even existed the last 4 months. Actually, Luke has been coming back every month and subscribing, even with my stream down, which I didn't even think was allowed. But he just does it. He just streams he just subscribes every month. So pretty cool of him, keeping me going, helped me buy some bread in my trying times. But you know, the first Avatar did so well that people look back and they're like trying to pick it apart and be like, why is this the most successful movie? Like, they're bitter about it, or they're just like resentful. It's like, it's so simplistic. I'll take your money instead, bro. Let's ditch this greasy character, not the racket. You guys are always involved in rackets in my chat, like the sub-gifting controversy of 3 days ago. We're not going to talk about that. I think, but you know, I think it's a decent movie, and seeing the second one reminded me that I did like it. It's just that I watched it when I was like 13, and as I grew up and started reading people like shitting on it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm older now. I'm not 13. I was like, I hate my 13-year-old self. He sucked. That movie sucked too. He probably liked it. I was like, yeah, you know, it's that whole thing. So it's part of that. But I liked the first one looking back, and the second one made me kind of enjoy the world more, and I want to see more of the world, which I think meant it did its job. Like, it was enjoyable and it makes you want to see more. So this guy wants to make what, 7 Avatars? Like, okay. I mean, how old is he going to be? So I think they've filmed the third one back to back, but don't quote me. I don't know how that shit works. Probably cost billions of dollars. No more Blue Monkey? What is Blue Monkey? I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, try emoting. The emotes fly across the screen. It's pretty fun. I don't know if you just saw. But definitely enjoyed it. It was a quick watch. Went straight through. Navi Blue Monkey. Yeah. Then definitely people have like beefs with the story, so like there's spoiler discussion about it, but I don't know who's seen it or who hasn't, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But excuse me, this mic's too sensitive. Sorry about that. Other than that, yeah, I give it like 8.5 out of 10. I really liked it. Did it come out in December? So if it did, then it's not the best movie I've seen in the theaters. I probably saw like 4 movies in the theaters. I saw this, I saw Black Adam, I saw Violent Night, which was kind of funny. Definitely stream. Well, it's not Christmas anymore, so maybe next year stream that. It's pretty fun to stream. And I think I saw Batman and like Thor, and I think that was it. Maybe 1 or 2 others, but Black Adam was like, what the fuck? Like, it was funny because I was in the theater and people were enjoying it, so I was kind of like pulled in, like, ooh. Avatar was good. Thor, I felt like I was just coming off of something, and I was just like sitting there and like just experiencing it, not really processing anything. Kids were laughing, so I was like, okay. And then I didn't really think much of it. Didn't really dive deep into it. And then Batman was probably my favorite movie I saw in theaters last year. I think I went and saw it 2 or 3 times because I really liked it. Oh my god. The first time I saw it, I'm like, I have to see this in IMAX. So I went to the CD Downtown Theater, the only IMAX screen within like 50 miles. I think Sacramento has some, so sick. But dude, seeing it in IMAX, and by the way, that doesn't mean 3D. They have 2D IMAX, which just means way better sound, like 500% better sound quality and better quality screens. Hold on. Brace yourselves, everybody.
Jackpot.
Interrupting the podcast like oi oi oi
You're sick. Thank you very much for the bit. I was trying to... Why is it popping up there? What is that? Oh, lol, 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 lol. What is that little device that's showing the... I don't know, but that's pretty funny. Bannable offense, TBH. No one can touch him. He's untouchable. But seeing Batman in IMAX, or The Batman, as it's called, I think, that was amazing. Like, that was the first time I saw it, and that was the best experience. Also, I hadn't seen it yet, but at that point. But you could hear his like boots walking and the punching, and it just sounded amazing. And I was hooked. I was drawn in. Like, if theater doesn't have good sound or screens, you kind of get unimmersed. You get taken out of it, but I was totally immersed for the whole time, and just great because I love detective movies and I love Batman stuff. I spent literal pennies on this stream. You can't stop me. His indulgences. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once was my favorite film. I need to watch that again. I'll finish quickly Batman, but I'll talk about that one. I think I watched that streaming. But yeah, I loved Batman so much. It was like just perfect. Like I was so skeptical of it. I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I'm fucking sick of Batman. I didn't care about Robert Pattinson because I'd seen him in The Lighthouse, and I'm not a Twilight fan, but I never held that against him. Like I'm not that kind of person that's like, oh, that guy was in fucking Twilight. I fucking hate him. So I was like, okay, he's in The Lighthouse. He's cool, and he's like good looking guy. He's got talent. Like you want to see people like that do well in acting. You want better new actors so you can get more better movies. Stuff like that. But he looked cool, and people were mad at him. He didn't get bulked up, and it's like that's its own thing. Like I don't give a shit. I haven't seen that one, but me and Lynn stopped by her friend's house to see the new place, and they were all watching it on Shroom. Then surprised when the girl who never taken Shroom before was getting anxious. Not The Lighthouse. What's up, Gian? Saw a few bits, and I was like, whose idea was this? The Shrooms of the movie. But it's very good. How you doing, GSG Patriot? Welcome. It's a detective movie. So like most of the other Batmans have been a spectacle superhero movie. Oh, the movie. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Honestly, felt like it was really well targeted to me as yeah. You were telling me about one of us was talking about, you and me, the environments, because I saw some like stills of the shots and like the environments and the sets. And like his house is fucking insane. Like just a few seconds you see the inside of Wayne Manor. It's like this crazy gothic, like almost Bloodborne or Elden Ring like dungeon you go into. It's crazy. So most people aren't watching the theater and like the movie in the theater and looking at the shots and being like, ugh. When you see them as pictures, you're like, holy shit, this is super cool. So it's like this crazy. It's modern. It's obviously a post John Wick movie. There's even a nightclub scene. The action's very centered. There's no like shaky cam as far as I recall. It's very like hard hitting, and he's grounded because he's newer. So there's lots of elements, and it's a very realistic world. Yeah, post John Wick for sure. Like I almost wanted to make sure the guy that made John Wick didn't make this movie, because I was like watching John Wick Part 1 a few days ago. I'm like, this Batman or this scene of John Wick in the club is like really similar. So they're different people, but cool, man. Take influence from that, because go ahead. Like you made a great movie. And I love the villain. I did not like the, I don't know who's seen it or not, but they throw another villain in, and that scene was borderline cringe. That was the one thing I didn't like. I think it was a post-credit scene, or I'm not sure, but it was near the end. And I didn't like that at all. And I feel like that was something that the studios wanted to push, because when you're handling a property like Batman, the higher-ups get very, like, nervous, and they're like, we will have to throw this in, because people like this person. He has to be here. So they probably pressure. I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt and say that they forced him or like really made him put that scene in there to show this, but I did not like that. So it was kind of a little bit overloaded. I'm trying not to spoil it, but I think if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's near the end. There's like an extra villain thrown in. But Penguin was amazing. That's fucking Colin Firth, who's not 500 pounds. And he does not look like that, but they made him look amazing. He was really funny. I loved the club he worked at. I loved Catwoman was great. She was not just, a damsel. They did a good job with that movie. We're getting a lot of movies that are like so lazily written where it's like the girl character is badass. It's like, okay, cool. But it's like they have to make a big deal out of it. Like we're in 1996 and we've never seen this. And it's like, dude, we can't do this shtick of, oh, she's badass. It's like we're all on the same level. We understand that's possible. You don't have to make it like a comedic, she's blowing out the guy is like being way cooler. It's like that's like some 1996 comedy moment where the guy's like shooting a gun and he's like trying to show off like, look how good I am at shooting. He's like, oh, I bet you wouldn't do that. Then the girl grabs the gun and like gets like 10 bullseyes in a row, and then he's like, what? This girl can shoot. It's like, dude, that's like some Adam Sandler shit, but we're still doing that at a main level because these people are just like so lazy. So like the Mario trailer. Like, I like Peach. She's a fun little character. She's pretty cool in Odyssey. She has her own little arc, and it's like, oh, that's fun. But now in the movie, it's like, oh, she's badass, and she's got a spear, and it's like, please don't make Mario too incompetent. I think, quick tangent with the Mario movie, I think I'm really hoping that I'm misjudging it, and I think that his arc is going to be him becoming enthusiastic and confident, because as we've seen in the trailer, Chris Pratt, no one likes his voice because he's kind of flat. So I'm really hoping his arc is that he kind of gets his confidence and becomes the enthusiastic, fun Mario we know at the end. I think that'd be really good. And obviously they can't say that, they don't want to spoil it, but I really am banking on that. That would be a fun thing to kind of show everyone. Yeah, we know. We want him to be cool too. It's like, it's Mario. So he's kind of like, oh, let's go. Like, let's go. It's like, oh, that's not fun. So maybe at the end he'll kind of get an arc. Because, I mean, what else can you do for an arc for Mario? It's just a red guy. But let's see what you guys are saying. La versus L, who knows? Is that... What is that? I want some Arkham video game style Scarecrow in a movie. Yeah, that'd be fucking sick. He like... they have like the 4D theaters where they like stick a stick up your ass and when there's like a earthquake. I fucking hate 4D movies. You guys seen that shit? I saw a TikTok of someone like, I'm taking my boyfriend to 4D Avatar, and they're sitting in these seats, and the seats are like gyrating and shaking and jerking around, and they're getting fucking water sprayed on them and stuff. I'm like, how are you gonna do that for 3 hours? That's like fucking torture. Like, I would not do. That's just too much. And for a 3-hour movie, and they like fucking beat your ass with a stick from above. It's like, dude, what is this? So I don't know about that, but yeah, like Scarecrow's gonna stick a syringe in you through the armrest of the chair, and you're gonna be on this like fear toxin the whole movie. Hello, that'd be awesome. That'd be fucking awful. We can't do that. It's not allowed, but that'd be hilarious. But yeah, just closing on Batman. I like detective shows and movies. I don't watch a ton. Like I like True Detective, which I got some impressions of from this movie. Check out season 1 of True Detective if you have not. Amazing show, and you only have to watch one season because it's season 2's different actors. You know how it is. You just watch the first. It's great. But that's an amazing detective show. I got some vibes of that in Batman, just the detective work with him and Gordon. Like, that was a lot of fun. Batman being a detective first and foremost, using his skills to kind of figure out stuff. I thought Alfred was kind of meaningless. They have to have Alfred, but he was kind of like, they probably cut some stuff out with him in it because he was kind of underwhelming. But, you know, what can you do with Alfred besides, oh, I love you, Bruce. I'm not really your dad, but I am kind of. It's like, that's every movie. I don't know. And I loved Gordon. I loved the scene in the police station. That was like awesome. That was like, it didn't feel like a superhero movie. It felt like just some action movie, like a James Bond thing. You know, getting the fuck out. And Riddler was great. I mean, there's so many memes about him, but I think it's because he left such an impression with people. Some people are like, he's funny, he's stupid. It's like, well, he's a fucking crazy person. They should make one where Alfred is the Joker. I guarantee you that must exist in comics. The comics have done everything, so that probably exists. They did enough with Alfred to get me to care about him. That's true, because I'm thinking about the hospital scene, and like I felt that scene, like that was emotional, and I did care about that. And I liked the hospital scene was well done. So I'm thinking back, I liked the twist with his dad where he was, I don't remember if he was actually, I don't know, spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil it, but they talk about the Wayne family, and if you have played the Telltale Batman game, they do that exact twist. So I'm sure it's been in a comic at one point where that twist is a thing and they just pulled from that for the Telltale game. But I'm like, this is the Telltale Batman plot. I was like, huh? So Alfred proved love Batman becoming Joker. Oh God. Alfred proved his love for Batman becoming the Joker, and he looks all sad. Jesus Christ. I cannot. Alfred's funny. I've seen some comics where he's like, you know, Master Wayne has a rule about killing, but I don't. He pulls out like his Winchester rifle from like World War One because he was apparently a soldier in World War One. They have to keep moving it along. Pretty soon he's going to be he's going to be an Iraq War veteran, and he's going to be 80 because we're all going to be old. And it's like, well, what war was he in? Who knows? So, because he can't be from World War One. He's not 150. But yeah, Alfred was cool. I just am like, I don't know. They need to find something dope for him to do. I like the actor. He looks like a weird, like, sailor. Alfred's like a sailor, and I like that because he's supposed to have this like rugged past of being like a war veteran, like an adventurer. This stuff. He has these really good skills. He teaches Bruce how to do all this stuff, and you have to believe that. So in this movie, having him be this weird, like, rugged, fucking sailor-looking guy, like, I could see that. Him teaching Bruce all this cool shit. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. So I like that aspect. It's very like subtle. But I like the twists with the family. But like I was saying, that's from the Telltale game. That's from like 6 years ago, so who remembers that shit? And I like the villain. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. Other than that, let's see. What were we talking about? I was like 50 minutes ago. I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish Batman, then I'll talk about that. Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's what it was. So yeah, I watched that. Let's see, streaming, and I only got 80% through, so I need to give it another shot. It was pretty zany, a zany, wacky movie, and I think there was a lot of interesting ideas, and I know the ending is like the best part, so I need to probably watch that because I've heard that everybody's arcs get filled or like wrapped up in a really nice way. So I need to see that. But I was watching it with my parents, and like they're really like, they're old timey and they like, clean comedy. So when the character pulled out the dildo and started smacking people, I was like, oh god. Like I don't cringe at stuff like that, but if I'm with my parents and they're like really like clean comedy lovers, they're not gonna like that. So I'm just like, ooh. So what is Everywhere All at Once? So that's this cool movie, directed by this person, like most movies, and it's about this normal like lady who's like an Asian lady, and it got a big push because it's like a mostly Asian cast, and this was during like the Stop Asian Hate stuff. But that aside, they're all really good like actors. Besides the political aspect, it's not just like a propaganda thing. The movie's really like unique. So it's like a time travel multiverse movie, and there's a lot of like they established that pretty early on. But the main character learns that she can like jump through, I think, different versions of herself. So there's a lot of like really complicated gags and stuff like that, and she can use other versions of her life and like gain their skills. So I love JoJo, so there's literally a guy whose stand this is. So I was kind of thinking of that, and his name's Funny Valentine, and he was I think he's the president. So in the show, he's like, or in this part, he's like starts as a really fat guy, and his ability is to not only get their he can switch with other versions of himself in different realities. So, and he can bring them into his reality to help him out. So he just does a bunch of hymns. So like he's really fat and gross, and then like he finds the most handsome, chiseled version of himself and just switches the body and becomes like a model. And then he just brings all his goon selves with him. Pretty funny. But anyways, so it's kind of like that. So there's a lot of like crazy, otherworldly stuff, but it's mostly about the characters and like the family learning about each other. So it's pretty good emotions and stuff. But I didn't finish it, so that's what I got of it. But I thought it was pretty wacky. I need to finish it, but I'll do that sometime. My dad loved it, which is cool, but it's definitely not for everyone. You have to be able to not take things too seriously. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. But it was an interesting year. I'm excited for next year. I don't know when the new Dune's coming out. Let's look that up. New Dune movie. Nick would be remiss if I didn't talk about Dune. It's initially set to release on October 20th, 2023, before being pushed back a month to November 17th. The film was then moved up 2 weeks to November 3rd. Okay, all that to say, November 3rd. That's when it's coming out. This year, 2023. So that's cool. I like the first one. I don't remember if it was... No, that was not this year. But anyways. Yeah, interesting year for movies. Not a lot of huge ones. The Sand movie. Yeah, there's a lot of sand. That shit was crazy. Remember we watched that, and then we were leaving, and there was like this random lady with a baby, like crying, like out down this alleyway, and we like went to go see what was up. And she was like, I'm okay. I was like, what the fuck? I'm used to seeing stuff like that in Stockton, but not up in what the fuck was our town called? Petaluma? Yeah, Petaluma. But that was crazy. Yeah, she was like, huh? Felt like a fucking... I played Red Dead 1 as a very young kid, and a lot of times in my life, it feels like there's just a random stranger encounter. A lot of the games I played growing up had that. That was weird. So it feels like a lot of times in my life, I'll just have like some random stranger encounter, and then you do the low honor or high honor encounter. So I was like, I gotta go check on her. I'm like, ma'am, you all right? She's like, I'm fine. And I was like, all right. And I leave. It's like, oh, I don't think I did anything really, so I don't know if I got honor for that, but it was pretty funny. What else do I have written down? So movies are great. I love movies. Video games. Any good video games this year? I liked, I think Steam does like a Wrapped. I don't know. Who gives a shit about mine, but what was I playing a lot of this year? Elden Ring. Fuck yeah. Enough said. Elden Ring. I didn't play a lot of God of War, so I'm an Elden Ring boy. That shit was sick. Hopefully we get DLC soon. And what else do I have written down? My little notes page. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a deep one, so I gotta take a big drink. So, I have a very... You haven't finished Elden Ring? You just say that to piss me off at this point, and I know you won't help me, or let me help you, so good luck, good luck. This guy, okay, we're gonna put him on blast, because he's among peers. This dude has... Let's see. I'm right here on the page. Show me my Elden Ring. Alexa, pull up Elden Ring. Good thing I don't have an Alexa. This guy, this week he has 14 hours. He has 260 hours total on Elden Ring. He has not beat it once. I have 155 hours on Elden Ring. I have all the achievements, all that. And I know you want to play it at your own pace. And I wrote a stupid little review for the game, and I said play it your way. And I mean that, but I also want to put him on blast because he's my friend. How has he not finished the game yet, guys? It's 260 hours. What is he doing? This guy is talking to every NPC every time, going through, talking to everyone again, going through the rounds. He's probably like a woodcutter. He's probably a baker. He's on his 6th month of a career in Elden Ring. He's baking in Lingrave or some shit. We don't know what he's doing. But he's like turning it into an MMO or something. It's crazy. So who knows what he's doing. I think he told me he's remaking a lot of characters, and that's fun. That's what I want to do. I want to start again with a new character, but I just like get lazy. I'm like, I already beat all these guys. Or I get mad, and it's like, I already beat this guy. Why am I getting my ass kicked? Fuck this. So, you know, I have like 8 saves. Yeah, you're playing a lot of different characters. That's cool. That's what you're supposed to do. But, you know, maybe finish one of those saves. I don't know. Maybe finish one. Yeah, finish one up. Because you can play New Game Plus. So maybe do some New Game Plus. I don't know. Like, anyways. Those games are great. I love Elden Ring. If you've never played it, I mean, you could check it out. It's like a hard difficulty curve at first, but once you learn how to like level yourself up, you can over level as like shit and just steamroll through, which some people do. Like some people just build up tons of XP at the beginning and just steamroll the game. I kind of tried to keep it steady for the sake of fun. And I'd hit some road bumps, and then it's like, okay. But it's Dark Souls, so you're going to die a lot. But the best thing about this one, I tell people, is you can always just leave and go do something else, which you really can't do in most other Souls games. Like most games, they put you through like a choke point, like a funnel of a story, and it's like you have to beat this boss. So I don't care if it takes you a month of trying every day, you have to beat him, and you're gonna get pissed because that compounds. And it's like I've been losing over and over again. I fucking hate this. And it's like I can't do anything. I can go grind, but I don't want to kill little slimes all day. So the good thing about Elden Ring is you get stuck and you can just leave and go back to the open world and just kill stuff and get XP and go do other dungeons, just go explore. There's like a huge area. So you can go do other stuff, and that's really fun, and it's like almost therapeutic. It's like, oh, I don't have to bang my head against the wall for a month, try to beat this dog with a sword in his mouth. It's like, no, you can just go mess around and come back and beat that old guy with a big cane when you're level 80 and just smash him into bits. No. But I like that game a lot. That's like one of the best new elements of it is the free open world. Like that's a really good open world. So a lot of games are open world now, but they're kind of a little too open. You know what I'm saying? There's not much going on. So nothing but glowing recommendations from me. And of course my friend Aya here loves to play. Let's see. But yeah, shout out Elden Ring. And then I have this one. So this is my big funny one. So I have like a bad habit of I wake up and immediately check my phone because I usually fall asleep watching some YouTube and then I put it down and just go to sleep. And I'm not somebody who like can't sleep. I have like a red light filter and stuff, or blue light filter. So, it doesn't like affect my sleep or anything. They tell you not to use your phone before bed and stuff like that, but And then I wake up and I check my phone and I check all my messages and fucking emails I don't care about, and I'll look at TikTok because sometimes people send me TikToks. And I was like scrolling through. I do it for like 10 minutes. Some people lay in bed for like an hour. Like, I can't fucking do that. But I just like 10 minutes scroll through, and I saw this interesting TikTok that was about JoJo character, and it kind of opens up. So it's not a JoJo discussion, but if you guys have watched part 5, you'll know that the main character of that part is kind of a little quiet and kind of understated. He's not very doesn't have a lot of personality in my opinion. And so this TikTok is funny because people have things they want to say, but they have like manipulative ways or different alternative ways of presenting it. So it's like this girl was talking about it, and it's just a caption, her little head bobbing or something, but the caption was pretty long, and it's like, people don't realize that Giorno is actually the best JoJo because he's the mixture of Dio and Jonathan, and he has their perfect traits, and he's this and that. And it's like, I'm realizing none of this that she's saying is something that's actually shown in the part. It's just something you can read from the creator that he wanted to do with the character. So it's like she's taking the storyboard concept, the intentions of the character, and applying that to the actual finished product. And it's, you can't really do that. So it's something I notice a lot. Like, you know, TikTok's a lot of kids, so I'm not gonna like judge their fucking craniums or whatever, but she was an adult, so fair game for her ideological whatever the fuck. So the intention of the character should not imply to the actual finished product. Like, there's this thing as concept art. Doxer? No. So think of like concept art. You see like, oh, this is what Darth Vader was supposed to look like. He looks like way different, kind of weird. And it's like, oh, that's neat. And then people will think, oh, you know, you can't take the concept art of Darth Vader and say, he's so cool because he has a sword that actually looks like a sword and it's red. And it's like, no, he doesn't. That's the concept. They didn't actually do that for the movie. It's different, and he's great. So like, there's nothing against him. But this lady's taking the concept of Giorno, where he's supposed to be this perfect fusion of Dio and Jonathan, and he's so great and all this crazy shit. And it's like, that's a cool concept, but in the part, the guy does not talk. He's like really boring. He just says exactly what he's thinking. That's not interesting. There's not a lot of character. He drinks pee out of a jellyfish. That's funny, but it's just some JoJo shit. It doesn't really have to do with him. Like, he has some cool moments, but compare him to Joseph or like Josuke or Jotaro even, he's pretty flat. It's like, well, you could have done a lot better. You could have had him be like really more brutal, but in like a nice way, or not like nice way. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But like brutal, but like in a justified way. The only time that really shines through is when he punches that guy for like 7 pages. So, you know, my point is, her idea of, oh, he's the best because this was the intentions, and she doesn't separate them. So I'm titling this section Intention versus Execution. So a lot of people will read like behind the scenes information about a character of what their intention was, and they'll start applying that to the character and say, this is why this character's so good is because of this. And it's like, well, that's not part of the product. Like, it's an interesting trivia piece, but that's not real. That's not what he is. So let's see. Game of Thrones writers, the finale will be the best episode ever. This TikTok girl. Here's why the finale is the best episode. Yeah. So it's like, exactly. So like, think we all saw the Game of Thrones finale, and nobody was really satisfied as much as they wanted to be. And I could talk about that forever. But the point is, if you go and read, if these guys are even allowed to talk about it, because nobody likes these writers anymore. They're basically banned from Hollywood because they just flopped. They just stopped trying. So it's like, if they were to put out like an interview and say, here's what we were trying to do, I guarantee you some kids would read that, or some people on TikTok would read the intention, and then they would say, oh, this is what they're trying to do. You just don't get it. And it's like, no, it's not. We're not just like, you have to execute. Everyone has good ideas. You have to execute it and make it look good. That's why art's, you know, interesting, and why it's such a nice thing is you have to take your idea and express it properly. You can't just have the cool intention. I was 6 years old. I had the craziest idea for a video game ever. I didn't make it. Someone's not going to be on TikTok being like, Grant's the greatest video game developer ever. Did you see his video game? It's like, it's some thought I had. It's not real. It wasn't materialized. So exactly, like, you can read the intentions, and then people, you know, it's all about clout. So people are trying to have this secret knowledge and try to say you're wrong because you don't have all the information. And it's like, you know, I know the secret information, and I actually know why the character is better and you don't, so therefore I'm better. They're trying to, you know, gatekeep and seem smarter. It's like, we both watch the same show. Just because you have DLC information doesn't mean that he's better. You're just pulling shit out of a hat. It's like, that's not, you know, it's make believe. So all this to say, for me to talk about one of my favorite concepts and my favorite things to talk about, because it's so weird, is Star Wars. If Gino's still here, he'll know where this is going, because we literally stayed up till 4, the 3 of us, and had a fucking debate about Star Wars. So, you know, that clout and real fan shit is the worst. Yeah, it's like, oh, I know secret information and I'm a better fan because I know this like artist interview. And it's like, you have to detach that. That's not part of the real character. That's like what he wanted to do. People can fail. But anyways, one big thing that I see about the prequels, one big thing I see, people do this with the prequels. So intention versus execution. So this is not about the quality of the prequels. That's a different discussion. But this is about how I've seen the fandom kind of evolve over time, and I've seen the younger generation like internalize the prequels, and they're almost like scripture, or like this weird better than reality thing that they're perceiving the prequels as, because they'll take the intentions of the movie, of the prequels, what they were intended to be, and not even think about the execution. So they'll read interviews with George Lucas about, we wanted Anakin to be this dark character and show his fall, and they'll read the intention and they'll say, oh, that's real now, that's what it is. What I've seen on the screen doesn't matter because this is what George Lucas said he wanted to do with the movie. So they're taking things like, oh, one other thing is George Lucas will put in like these, people think they're clever, but it's really easy to make prophecies complete when you're making a prequel, because you can just, it's backwards. You don't, it's not the effort of 20 years later having a line from the movie, what's the word, pay off. Like, oh, people like to point out like randomly, Anakin and Obi-Wan are rescuing Palpatine from Dooku, right? And Obi-Wan's on the ground and Palpatine's like, leave him or we'll never make it. And then Anakin says, his fate will be the same as ours. And everyone likes to point to that and say, oh, this is really clever because it's a prophecy for Obi-Wan's going to die and join with the Force just like Palpatine and Anakin do. And George Lucas foresaw all of this. He's so genius. And it's like, bro, this guy wrote a movie 30 years after the old movie. He probably watched through them and said, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And wrote it and said, oh, that'd be funny to put that in. It's not that deep. That's an old saying. It's not that deep. He just wrote that because it's like, oh, that's funny. And maybe it's not even intended that way, but these people take the intention and try to compare it to the actual execution. So, you know, oh, Obi-Wan is this great friend to Anakin. I wanted him to be shown as this really good mentor, and they're very close together, and he really cares for him. So when Anakin falls, it's this big deal. And it's like, that's the intention, but the execution is not that strong. They're really never really shown as good friends. He picks him up in the first movie. He doesn't know him at all. He's like, this kid's kind of cool. He blew up that big donut in the sky. The second movie, they're fighting all the fucking time because Anakin genocided a bunch of sand people and children. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, this kid's annoying because he's constantly whining. And in the third movie, they show up and they're just like, oh, we're friends. Remember when this happened on this planet? Something we never saw. Oh, you owe me for that one time. And he's like, that doesn't count. And it's like, oh, they're friends. Haha, I believe this. And it's like, you got to show something. So it's an intended thing, but it's not executed well. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of people can't differentiate because, you know, nobody's taking fucking classes on writing. It's like, so it's just a big thing where people, you're like talking to someone, you realize they don't really care what was on the movie. They just care what they were told to, what they're supposed to think about it. And it's like, you know, and people get new impressions from it. And it's like with Star Wars itself, there's a lot of like this, it's like misinformation. It's like a conspiracy when you talk to some of these fans, because it's like, it's larger than life for them. And you're telling them about, like, you're talking about the actual, just, you know, I try to box things. So I put it in a box, the movie, like, oh, okay, this is what happened in the prequel. And if you try to talk to them about, and they don't even know the timelines, that's the most important thing, is you got to think about the timelines. So there's the movies that came out, the prequels, you know, we'll just do the prequels. And then they had like DLC, they had Clone Wars, they had Rebels, they had Mandalorian now. And it's like, you talk to someone about it, just the scene from the movie, the actual thing that came out in like the 2000s that you sat down and saw when you were 10. Like, remember this happened? It's like, I didn't like this. And then they'll tell you, well, actually, that happened. You know, they talk about that in the Clone Wars. I'm like, I don't care. I didn't see the Clone Wars. I just saw the movie. Like, let's just talk about that. And the reason it's such a harsh grading scale is I try to compare it to the older movies, which just really stood on their own. There's not a lot of like cartoons or anything. There were video games and those were cool, but the movies, the old ones just kind of were their own thing and they worked. And they obviously made a lot of money and they were very entertaining. So it's like the newer ones, you got to have all this DLC for it to make sense to actually buy Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship. You have to watch 6 seasons of this animated show, which I know is amazing. I need to watch it, but it's a different beast. So people, you know, they have these like attachments to every thought where it's like, this is not just the movie. It's the movie, it's the Clone Wars, it's Battlefront 2, it's this. And you can't just get to the root of it and say the movies themselves are not, you know, up to par. I don't like this, because they'll have all these daisy chain things to compare it to. So, and that's all the intention part of it, because Clone Wars, in my opinion, is the mission statement is let's get across the intention of what we were trying to do with Obi-Wan and Anakin and really flesh it out. And this war that's happening throughout the movies that aren't really a big deal in the scale. It's just kind of happening in the background. So let's flesh that out and make it a big thing like it's supposed to be. And that's the intention of it. And so that applies to, if you're just looking at the prequels, this is part of the intention. So it's weird. Star Wars is a weird example because I get recommended a lot of Star Wars TikTok stuff. and I see all these people like, George Lucas is a genius because he knew from the very beginning when he wrote that movie in 1975 or whenever he wrote New Hope that Anakin was going to turn and kill sand people in 2005. And it's like, no, he didn't. There's no way. He's not like Muhammad or some prophet. He just is like doing this for, oh, hey, George, you want to make more Star Wars? You want to make $5 billion? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's base it off this. But people see him as this like God where it's like, oh, he intended all of this. He laid it out and knew it was going to happen. Like, yeah, really? And people have this weird, like, the Ring theory where you have to look at these different movies in this specific order and it makes sense. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? So, let's see. I think it's fine to be a fan of a concept that wasn't executed. You just have to keep that in its own lane. Exactly. Like I like that trivia stuff. I talk about it like it's annoying, but I do like that stuff. It's, like, fun. It helps flesh out, like, the creative process. And I have, I like doing headcanons, which I know aren't real. So, like, one is, like, JoJo. There's a guy who's he had like one of the main character of part 4. He's got funny hair and everyone makes fun of him, and then he finally says why he has it, and it's like, oh, when I was a kid I was in a snowstorm and I had a flu and we were gonna die because we were snowed in, and this random guy with really cool hair showed up and pushed the car and got us out of the thing. I never forget out who it was, but he was like my hero, and I saw him as a kid, and I always wanted to be like him. So he does his hair like that because it was like 10 years ago. It's retro, so everyone makes fun of him for his retro hair. So it's like, oh, one of the villain's powers in part 4 of JoJo is to send people through time, and like if he was not controlling it properly, he could probably send you years back. So one of my headcanons I like to say is, oh, what if he's fighting this villain with the power to send you back in time, and he just goes off and says, I'm gonna throw you back 30 fucking years, like, go away. And he ends up being the guy who saves himself, and he has the hair and he's saving himself. So it's like a repeating cycle of like, be your own hero or whatever. And like, oh, that's really neat. And that's not at all what it is. It's just that Araki fucking forgot to mention who the hell that was, or just didn't want to, just have it be a mystery. But it's like, I like my version. It's like, that's cool. And people talk about that. And it's like, that's just headcanon. It's not real. But I like that little stuff like that. So I don't know. But Star Wars is, as a fandom detached from all this, is like very cult-like. And it's kind of getting harder and harder to be associated with it. People are very rabid. It's like their whole identity. It's more and more, I don't want to say gatekeepy, but it's like unintentionally gatekept because everyone's so enthusiastic, and they have those giant political rallies every year where they go talk with the Disney executives about it. Everyone dresses up. It's like, this is weird. So, and the new movies kind of messed it all up, so we'll see what they do. Who knows what they're gonna do either. They're kind of on the same page with Marvel now. They're both just kind of like treading water. But all in all, my point of all that, intention versus execution, was it's important to separate what is actually shown on the screen, the finished product, versus what was intended, because intentions are beautiful. You can just say exactly what you wanted to do. People can imagine it in their head. That's why books are so powerful. It's just written words. So, I like to think of it as like a painting. Like, what if Da Vinci intended for Mona Lisa to be strikingly super beautiful, and she's in this vivid, colorful, mountaintop, and people read that and they're like, oh wow, I can see it when I look at the painting, like that's what he meant, so this painting's so much better now. And it's like, no, you have to look at the actual product. And Mona Lisa's pretty overrated. I don't know, it's really cool, but why is it the most famous painting? Probably from movies or something. It's just a lady. I don't know. I wrote out like an entire script of a Star Wars trilogy in your chat of a stream one time, and I don't remember a single thing about it, but I know that I thought it would be a good trilogy. I remember that. You were telling me, let's see if I can remember. That's a really good comment. So you were saying you wanted to write one about like two guys that are in like the pre-early Republic, and one of them goes bad, the other one goes good, and they kind of like clash with each other, and the trilogy is like them trying to, that's a loud sound, get each other back and like save the other one. They end up fighting, or I don't remember how it ends, but that was like the basic part of it, is they're both like disciples of like even like Yoda or something, and one of them like falls to the dark side because he doesn't believe in it or something and goes somewhere else. So that, like, I would want to see that. I love High Republic stuff. I like Knights of the Old Republic a lot. That's my favorite spin-off Star Wars game, and that's a good game that deconstructs a lot of the light side dark side stuff. That's also a funny game because when you really look at it, they're making fun of the prequels in a way and how rigid the Jedi are. It's like, why would any organization exist like this? It's almost like laughable that they're so strict. And it's George made that as a writing standpoint because obviously Anakin has to have beef with them, but it's like they're so strict. It's like this is almost comedic how like obvious it is. Literally the most famous because Da Vinci invented a new type of brush. See, this guy knows art stuff, so let's listen. Most famous because Da Vinci invented a new type of brushwork for it. It's the same reason why Citizen Kane is the most famous movie, because Wells invented a lot of modern cinema. Amazing, amazing. Art critics obsessing over a product because of context. I see. Okay, so I can speak on the Citizen Kane stuff. So it's probably like this with the painting, where I watched Citizen Kane when I was like 15. I was like, huh, this shit sucks. And it's like, it's a good movie and it's a good story, and it's almost like a really old like Wolf of Wall Street, because that's a great movie and it's modern. There's a lot of F words and there's a lot of cocaine and shit. So it's like, that's exciting. Wolf of Wall Street. And Citizen Kane is like the 1939 or whatever equivalent, where it's this bio picture of this guy's rise and fall from stardom to collapsing, and it's interesting to see that. So back in the day, if you saw that, it'd be like, wow, this was sick, who's this guy, this is cool, like seeing his life and how he fucks up, and everybody can relate to that. So I like movies like that, so as a plot. But in the technique side, it's like, yeah, he's using all these crazy shots and camera effects and groundbreaking ways to tell the story. So it's like people who are in the world of film and criticizing, it's like, oh, we love this movie, it's like our darling because it did all this crazy new stuff, and it might not be something general audiences give a shit about. It's like, I don't know, I just care about the plot and if it looks good and if the acting's good. Pretty basic, but the critics are sometimes like a little too cliquey. They just care about their own stuff. I don't know, but I see that's a really good way to explain it. So yeah, that makes sense. But pretty cool. What time we got? I gotta go at 4, so I got like an hour. But that was chill. I could play some Dwarf Fortress. I'll probably upload this to YouTube, the podcast. A little GreezeyCast. It was supposed to be like 20 minutes, but you know how these things go. Anybody got any closing comments while I see if I can get any water here? Some flat Pellegrino. Let's go. GreezeyCast was sick AF. Hell yeah. It's fun to talk about this stuff. Yeah, stay off TikTok. And don't read the comments like me. I could have spared you this whole podcast if I didn't. It's just a lot of misinformation. I mean, this shit happened a lot growing up, but I don't know. Say what you will about Reddit. Like, I hate Reddit at its core because it's very like hive mindy. It encourages the hive mind because everybody strives for upvotes, and you think, what can I say that's not too controversial that'll get me upvotes? And if you get downvotes, your comment gets auto deleted. So it's like, if you go downvotes, mean I don't like what this guy's to say. It's rarely like, oh, this guy's being a dickhead. It's just, I don't like what this guy has to say. You can have a polite comment and have it get downvoted and deleted. So it's like, oh, what do I say that's, once you've been there long enough, you're going to start thinking like, what do I say that's not going to get me downvoted? Because I've had all my posts get downvoted because I'm abrasive or I have different opinions. So, you just start behaving like a good dog and you just say things that are going to be accepted and allowed in. So it really encourages longtime members to just be groupthinky. So, but one thing that is good about it is generally people moderate information pretty well. So like if someone says some weird shit, everyone's like, where did you get that? Like source, that kid with a tie in class, where's your source? But that's good because you can't just throw shit around and have no source and you kind of look dumb. So it's like that. I like that part of Reddit, but everything else, it's like, like the community itself is a bunch of guys that are just like one of the top posts of all time in Reddit is, I don't really see the point of having children. And it's like, these are the kind of people that frequent this place. They're just like, terminally online and fact checker types. It's like, what is this place? But TikTok is the barren wasteland of no information regulation. And I mean, don't even get me started about the way it's who owns it. And they probably want to encourage misinformation, but people just throw shit out. Like there's TikTok detectives, there's TikTok this or that. And I don't really get a lot of those on my page. It's just like, I'll see something I like and then I'll read the comments and it's just the worst takes I've ever heard in my life. Like ever. I'm like, where are people getting this from? And it's like, oh, I saw this or this. So I'm just trying to pick apart one of those because I see a lot of posts with the intention and execution, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of JoJo stuff. And it's like, people draw out what they want from the thing, but you can't just make stuff up. Let's see what you got. You know what I didn't like about the prequels is in the fights, I don't care that they aren't the most realistic with the spinning, but I do care that you can see that they aren't really aren't intentionally trying to hit each other with a bunch of random swings. So yeah, you mean like it's all very clean and there's like there's definitely not a lot of savagery to it. I mean, I remember Matt brought up a good point where it's like this is like a training thing for them, so there's not going to be a lot of like brutality. It's all like something they learned, it's like fencing. That makes sense, but yeah, you definitely want to see that savagery of them actually trying to go at each other. I mean, at least from the dark side. Even Darth Maul was just kind of like swinging his little sword and just blocking, blocking, blocking. It's like I want to see him do some crazy shit, like some totally like cheating ass behavior, you know? Like do a dirty trick. That'd probably be the best thing against the Jedi is do some dirty tricks. They don't aim to hurt each other in the fights, they're just aiming to hit the lights. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point. The choreography is really clean and they did a lot of work, and I've seen like Hayden Christensen doing like crazy work on trying to get that shit down, and I'm sure Ewan did too. And it's like that's good in and of itself. But you know, you want to see, if you watch a movie now like recently like The Northman, they have a lot of combat in that, and that guy's just like ripping into people. You want to see, obviously you don't want to be super violent like Star Wars, but you want the bad guy to be scary and you want the good guys to like outwit him. So you know, Obi-Wan did like jump in the air and do all that crazy shit and outwit him, but you want the villain to be scary, like this unyielding force of just like he's so brutal and like my normal tricks aren't going to work because he's just so like twisted or whatever, and I have to use like my brain and my focus to fight against him. So I mean, Darth Vader is a good, really good example of that. As I'm saying it, the movies, like I'm like, oh, I'd love if they did this, and then it's just the old movies. I'm like, fuck. In episode 5, Luke's fighting Darth Vader on Cloud City, and Darth Vader's just slashing the shit out of everything and like just coming at him. So something like that. But I mean, with Maul, you could do more of like a bestial, like really savage, like fast. Vader's real luggish. He's a robot, but you know, they have the games for that. He probably does that shit in Clone Wars, so that's good. Because I think Maul's cool. He looks cool. But if you've only seen the movies and you say he's your favorite, it's like, okay, we know you're an aesthetics person because you like that dude with his red face. He really doesn't say much. I think he says, "Yes, my master. It will be done." Northman was so sick, I have to watch it again. Yeah, that was great. You know, if you haven't seen Northman, you'd like that movie a lot. The Lighthouse guy made it, and it's not as fucked up. So, I mean, it kind of is in a way. But, yeah. It's very savage Viking stuff. I liked it a lot. That was a good movie too. I think that was this year. So yeah, big recommend. Not as disturbing as Lighthouse. Yeah, there's like little parts that are gross, like the jester guy, and you know the tripping scene or whatever. But pretty swaggy. I liked yeah, the swag. Let's see. I know, and they, speaking of the choreography real quick, just I don't even like to talk about the sequels. It's just like a Soul Wars subject, but I don't really remember there being super good choreography of the sequels. I know that God, I remember that feeling of you went to see the 7th one for the first time, you're like, that was pretty cool. Like everyone was pretty happy. And then as hindsight came, everyone realized it was just kind of like a remake of episode 4. And it's pretty obvious when you watch it, like, oh, it's just, you know, go to the bad guy place and blow it up. Like, okay, we're doing this again. It's whatever. It's fun. And then everyone started to like turn on it. And then the 8th one came out and it was super controversial. And then everyone's getting more tired. And then the 9th one came out and it was just like a series of like 1,000 TikToks back to back of like these 6-second scenes. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? And if you're someone who's like just loves pretty stuff, you're like, oh, that was great. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I don't care. And then you're just tired and you're like, oh, I'm so exhausted. But that feeling of coming out of the 7th one and just being happy and excited that Star Wars is back, oh, I miss that. Oh, man. I haven't felt that way in a while about a lot of these things because a lot of these movie series get milked to the ground. Or, you know, milk, that doesn't make fucking sense. They get milked dry and you're just kind of tired of them by the time they leave. Like, oh, whatever. Better luck next time, Star Wars. So let's move over to Dwarf Fortress. I want to play some of that. Probably have some more things to say. But that was the GreezeyCast. Hope you guys liked it. I might do it once in a while if I think of things to say. I've been swimming every day, so I have some funny thoughts while I'm in the pool. Nobody to talk to, so I'm just like thinking. I'm like, huh. Alright, I'll put this up on YouTube this weekend. If anybody missed it, maybe people can see it. See you guys. Hold on a sec. What the fuck we're doing? We're doing Dwarf Fortress? Still have that Alfred article. God damn, it's so stupid. There we go. Shit's favorited. Last time I played this game, it crashed after 45 minutes. I lost all the progress, but whatevs. Let's see my channel, and we're going to change the game to Dwarf Fortress. Just Dwarf. That's not what it's called. Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, baby. I think that's the right one. There's two different ones. I'm sure one's the old one. Dwarfin. Okay. Swag. Look at Dutch. She's chilling. Okay, we're good. Game has been changed. Let's get him going. Let's get it pumping, baby. Pumping. How's that look? Oh. Oh yeah. This is the new scene with my games. So that was the podcast screen. Now we're doing the video game. So let's see how this shiz looks. Hello? Nope. Nope, we're not getting it. Where's Dwarf Fortress? Okay, let's just do screen capture. Why not? Don't look, don't look. Alright. Oh, what the? There we go. Can you guys hear? Yeah, looks like you can. Let's continue my active game. I mean, you know, I've been chilling on this game, just trying to make a good little Dwarf Fortress. Yarr. Ow. I think nothing really crazy has happened. I developed some ballistas up here, like a little ballista elevated area, but nobody has showed up. So I don't know, maybe I should make walls with like slits in the walls for the ballista. I don't know. I'm sure there's a good build out there. So this is empty. This is my old housing area. Justin was giving me some flack because it's all dirt. I'm like, yeah, that's true. And I made this little zone. So this is the new dorm for new people, and then the like high level engraved motherfucking rooms, bedroom area, and all of the hallways are cut off with water. I have a lot of water or aquifers in my zone. It's been cutting off a lot of my digging, which I don't like per se, but whatever. Let's see, I had a... Oh, that shit did not save, so that never happened, I think. I made a little mining zone up here, but it didn't really go through. So, never mind. It's cool. There's training in here. I'm trying to make a big tavern. I think I did last time, but whatever. Are these engraved? No, they're just block walls. Damn. Damn, man, there's a lot of stuff to catch up on. Yeah, I engraved these walls and try to make it look as pretty as possible. Sparring, don't care. Rock pile, pretty cool. We don't have any wood. I've been telling people to cut the wood, but nobody's mountain goat blood. Nobody's grabbing the trees. Let's do this. Cut more wood when in doubt. Arg. So I'd like to dig deeper. I feel like that's the next big thing I gotta do. But you know, what the heck? Well, there's like aquifers everywhere. There's probably gonna be water here. Let's make a little digging tunnel. See if somebody can get on that. I'm sure I got people who with no jobs, right? Nope, we're all good. Huh. And they're slowly building the floors here. I don't know any way to speed up the process. I'm trying to build wheelbarrows, but nobody's got wheelbarrows. Is what it is. Look at all these staircases. My failed attempts to go downstairs. Like 12 of these, none of them work. It's whatever. Here's the dungeon. I don't know if I should engrave the dungeon walls. That'd be kind of funny. Looks like we got some praise. What the hell's that? Get somebody on that. These guys, they train every day, it seems like. Chill little game. Pretty funny. Chalk is my enemy, actually. It just makes everything look worse. So we're not doing chalk. We don't mess with chalk floors. We don't mess with chalk caverns. Nothing. Alright, 2 more. Come on, y'all. What's this? Mark's Dwarf. Okay. Little wrestler. Alright. So let's see if we can get a staircase going, because no luck for me. All the way down, dude. All the way down. Let's go. Let's go. Someone build that. Somebody's on it. How far can he go? Okay. About down here. Oop. Yep. And there's water below. So, interesting. Yeah, the water's been really messing with me. It's just kind of annoying. This happened last time. Somebody didn't carry their weight and just left the floor deconstructed. Let's do that. What is this? Micro something something. This, okay. Next we're going to smooth out the wall after this militia's done. Come on, somebody put down the block. There's one left. Okay, sweet. Let's smooth everything out. Make it look good for our visitors that are going to come through, right? Hello? Can't do that? Or is it already smoothed? Engrave. Okay, cool. Just skip it, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Buggy. Yeah, I can't do anything. All these hallways are filled with water. I could have built to the left, but maybe I'll build some dorms up here. I don't know what this room is supposed to be either. Do I have a guild hall for these guys? Yeah, here it is. A bunch of farmers showed up. One of the migrants, it was like a group of 40 Jesus, 40 farmers showed up, and they were like, "We want a guild now." I was like, "I've never done that, but I'll try it." Does the mayor still want his mail shirts? Okay, we'll get that done, Mr. Mayor. Now I got a mayor. Tell me what to do. Is it armor, iron, shirt, mail? Yeah. And we're gonna do that. Work order. Hello? What the? I can't type. Wow. It's weird. Some bug. All right, let's make them shirts. Mayor wants it. Huh. So yeah, the main progression I'm trying to get done is just mining out the lower layers. Never been down here. It's just constant water here. You just try like doing a bunch. Just keep looking until I get down there. Strip mine a little bit. RIP strip mining, by the way. I think I was talking about it in the Discord, but Minecraft changed up their updates. What's this? Reside in Seashell. Yeah. Whatever. More people. Can you change the name of your town? Because mine just got called Seashell. I don't know why. Yeah, look at the engraving squad. I'm sure that's a good use of labor. It's like 20 people doing one job. Why not? This tavern's going to be our main source of income. Alright. Carpenter. Very nice. Looking at coffins. Ready to go. Nobody's died yet. So that's cool. Is this game picking up any audio for you guys? Doesn't look like it is. Oh. Sorry about that. Game's acting a little wonky, to be honest. Yeah. It's so weird. Maybe I gotta change it to like Windows mode or windowed mode or something. I've been really enjoying Minecraft. Like I said, I'm playing on hard mode with difficulty mods, so the caverns gameplay has been really fun. Yeah, I bet that would, because it's almost like a adventure map. That's what I'm trying to. What's this? The Dreamy Smiths. Okay, is it these people? 7 children. Damn. Off. Okay, these elves. Wow. Look, guys, we got some elves, and they are very immodest. Cool, man. Yeah, the caverns are like really probably a lot of fun for like adventures, you know, but I'm trying to play like the sandbox element. I want to build a big house and just have like a manor, all these little things to do. But just getting the jump start and getting diamond tools to make all that happen is just so hard with the new caves to have to go out and do a big expedition every time. Like I get like the Nether is a big expedition. You go in the portal, you have like, it's dangerous, but just finding, just not even finding diamonds, but going to somewhere to access it, it's like pain. I don't know. Thief. So I don't know if Justin's here, but what do I do with the thief? Because he just shows up. Try to sick the militia on him, but it doesn't work. I don't even know what he steals. I just kind of let him do what he wants to do, because everybody here? Alright, cool. It's like a little goblin creature. Oh, kobold. He's got some peach leaves. What does he have? 100 years old, and his child is Stugugustalombus. Oh, I know that guy. No official position, novice crossbowman. Can we like put a kill order on this guy? Like that's what I try to do, is put the kill order on the evil people. What the? Like click this, kill order. What is this? Kill. Sign a kill order. And we put it on the kobold, but nobody does it. Like, he just runs away. What am I supposed to do? How do I stop a thief? I guess it's because I have a bunch of stuff out in the open, like rocks, and he just steals my rocks. I'm like, okay, you can take some rocks. But he never really breaks in. I don't know. And you said strip mining has been impossible. Yeah, I know, it has. It kind of sucks that they're slowly taking things. Like, some updates always feel like this, where, like, you're not going to recognize the game because it's so different. But it's like, it was not a broken concept. Like, it should be a toggleable thing, or maybe there's only some caverns. It's like, I don't know, they're just like running out of ideas, and they're like, well, let's try this, and it doesn't work. Damn, nothing? All water down here. Wow. Jesus. Okay, and picks done. That's good. Somebody use those picks. And Damn, dude, there's just water everywhere. That's crazy. We can't get anything done. Let me double check. If I love you, you guys excited for this rain? They keep telling us it's gonna rain like crazy here, and then it just kind of passes over us. So whatever. I want to see some rain. Be good for us. We needed this. Okay, a little petish. Usul Jungle Young. Jungle Young. That's a funny name. Entertaining citizens? Yeah, right. We got a big group of entertainers. I should probably add them all to the taverns to let them do their job. I'm pretty sure you probably have to do that. Animals become a stray cat. Okay. This is going to be the main dance floor of the tavern. Any input or like advice on making a good tavern would be helpful. I'm pretty sure I heard you're supposed to ban cats because it's like a meme. They just like, it's like a chain reaction thing, but that's all I've heard. Do not allow cats into your tavern. It's like, okay. I have a lot of food and drinks. That's good. Lump Helmet Farm's going great. All those barrels of wine. Okay, let's turn that work order off because it's kind of every day they're telling me, oh, I can't do that. No more. You're done. Oh, we're running out of metal too. Damn. What are we doing? Let's where's this room go? Sorry, Sony paid for licenses to that masterclass website where they have all those expert MMFers talking about a subject. It's been super cool. Oh, cool. Is it for like your graphic design or is it just game design? Got Genius Jumbo on there. Watch this shit. Fuck it. We're gonna dig. And we're gonna dig. Go, miner, go. Copper short sword, iron shield. Oh, dude, air rush royal. Make bed 20. All right, we got beds. Okay, here is the tavern. Let's make a meeting area. Then I gotta make some tables. Accept, and then you want to make it a new tavern. It's called the Tooth of Bells. That's not that bad. I don't know what that means, but it's pretty cool. Goblets, let's do 20. How many do we have? I don't know. We got to make some goblets. Tavern keeper. We can't have the mayor keep the tavern. That's just not going to work. Let's have Lore be the tavern keeper. And what else? Broker, bowyer, tavern keeper, caretaker. Yeah, why not? Performer, bard, master musician. Yeah. Master musician, competent musician. Let's just do a bunch of performers. I don't care. All these people are like, that's the mayor, so we don't want that guy. Okay. And you're not somebody with official position. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then let's build some goblets and tables. That's what you got to do. Table. Whatever. I don't care what kind. More. Nope, no tables. Damn. And let's do chairs. We love chairs. I think we need chairs for the tavern, I'm sure. So a little dining area. I think they need a chest to keep their stuff in. So chest. And then that's the dance floor, pretty sure. All right. Now it has everything on there. Bill Clinton teaches conflict mediation. That's funny. Go Bill. I'm pretty sure I was trying to build an inn last time and like having a little door here that leads to some rooms, but I don't know how to do the inn. system. So, man, I wish Justin was here. He loves this game, but I think he's gone. He's the one that wanted me to play. I don't know. Probably busy. It's Friday. He's probably working. Let's go, y'all. You live here? No, you're just chilling. New tavern, y'all. Everybody's here. They're like, whoa, this is sick. They got 20 goblets, and they want instruments. There's none. So get y'all some instruments, man. Don't you guys bring your own? Let's get some tables going. Where's the stone guy? Stoneworker has no work orders left? Yeah, they do just go away. You're right. If amount of rock tables is less than 10, make 10 rock tables. Sweet. And we need you to make some chairs too. Chairs, thrones. I think they're just called thrones. So there's a lot of if-then statements in this game, which is kind of fun. Yeah, there's the wood. Cool. Olin construct shot. Let's get him a job. Let's see. It's Olin. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of Olins. Damn. Huh. Where's this guy? Are they not part of my crew? They just show up? I don't know. They're Jay chillin' though. Big tavern. I'm hearing the sounds. That's good. All right. Good on ya. Wow. This guy's digging AF. Let's see if I can get a staircase over here. Yeah, Shields of Shadow. Doesn't sound that bad. We got all the hottest bands here. Alright. Get as far down as you can, man. Let's go. No, go. Someone's called him. He's got to go do something. Holy shit. This is insane. Wow, Aquifer? Oh my god. Baby. Oh, sweet. We got babies. This is so funny. This is the average commute to work. It's like 4 people. Nothing. All water. Damn. Wow. There's just limitless water everywhere. Let's go this way. A lot of dead ends, a lot of dead ends. And speaking of more water, let's do some staircases here then. Just trying to get out of the top layer. I know that's where the rest of the gameplay is. Go, ya sods. Damn it. No, there's just water everywhere, dude. What the hell? Oh boy. Oh. Wow, man. This is getting worrying. Oh, wait, did I just... Oh, no, good. Huh. Well, everybody's J-chilling at the tavern. Wonder how I make ends. Is it like, I don't know. Everybody's enjoying themselves in this big tavern, though. That's cool. I'd love to see it. Let's make a little hallway here. Oh, it's deconstruct. Okay. Sorry for getting so picky. Let's expand. Why not? Looks good. We love traffic. Lots of good traffic. Alright, let's get some more walls going. I can't build past here. There's just no way. Alright. Chalk wall blocks. Let's go. Okay, this is a fun part of the game. I like constructing stuff like this. Do some floors. Let's get different color floors if we have any interesting blocks. Gold? I wish. Bismuth? No. Chalk blocks? Yeah, we have a lot of that. Iron bars. Copper floors, guys. Let's do it. Oh, we're missing some. Fuck. I don't know what to... Would be pretty funny. Damn, I don't have a lot of blocks of anything left. Nobody's making them. Bauxite. No. Why is no one doing their job? Ah. Who makes the blocks? Is the stoneworker guy? Does he have work orders to make blocks? Yeah. Go. More. Just make 100 more. I don't care. There's no strings attached. Alright. Rooster. Cool, man. Shout out to Rooster. Patish. A little patish. Let's go. Damn, we got so many people that want to entertain visitors and stuff. Let's just expand the tavern, make some more rooms. I want to do inn rooms, but I don't care. Alright. Let's have a new room here with some more tables and such. If I can get some decent floors, let's do like another room here. Let's have a copper room, just because I have enough copper bars to spare. We'll have the dudes working on some other floors and such. Patish. Wow. Everybody wants to come through. Yeah. Go, go, go. Let's up the goblet quota. Let's get some goblets. And I want to save after that. More goblets. Oh, he's still working on them. Damn. Here we go. We got our dedicated goblet smith. Goblet smith. So hopefully that guy's slaving away in a nice way. Gonna get things done here. Yeah, back to Minecraft. Like, my main thing is I've done everything in that game, so I kind of just want to set myself up. What's this? Oh. Yeah, we got a jam going on. Fuck yeah. This is new. Oh shit. Damn, we're popping off the tavern. Let's go. Building theme. This is my jam. Certain goods. What is it? He wants coffins. Damn. RIP to the ops. Wow, that's a whole band. Look at them all. You know, I don't actually want to do that. That seems like an awful idea. Let's cancel that. I'm just trying to make a floor with like 300 iron bars. Not the best idea. How many iron do I have left? Or copper? 114? Okay. How are we not having enough? Oh. I'm not really using copper, so whatever. Good jam, gentlemen. Good jam. That was good. This can be the back office or something. I don't know. We don't need all that drama. And we'll have some engravers working on this. Why not? This shit's done already. Engrave it. Go. Good jam. Dude, I'm getting so many people that want to chill here and entertain. It's crazy. I don't think anybody's really chilling here. This is like the stupid tavern. I might get rid of it. Just have all the stuff down here. Let's get 30 goblets. I want 30 goblets. Right. Big ass dance floor. We'd like to see it. Elf dancers. Damn. Dude, there's every day we're getting someone that wants to come chill here and be like an entertainer. This is great. Let's expand this. Let's get another dormitory. Boom, and we're gonna do some walls. Need 8 building material, non-economic. Got it. What does that mean? I don't have any wall materials at all. No access to 8 building material, non-economic items. Why not? Oh, no one can get there. Okay. Break down the wall, then we'll do it. This is cracked. How about tables? We have tables. Okay, we got any chairs left for these tables, dude? Let's go. Do they use the chairs? I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, and we got walls down here. Yes, bigger dorms. We got more people living here. This is just a giant entertainment zone for fun times. Construction, floor. What do we got? Oh, wait. Whoops. Don't make these yet. They're gonna look gross. Chalk me up. Yes, sir. Chalkers. Okay. We need floors. Can't be having them sleep on the dirt. They'd get peeved. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, running low. We need 91 of something. 91. Iron, no. Bauxite blocks, yeah. Cool. The orange room. Look at this. Coming along. These copper floors look pretty good engraved, eh? Let's do the rest here. Alright. Make it happen. No logs. Okay. Yikes! No logs. Let's change that. Let's get these logs going, hey? Wood cutting? Yep. Alright. I think that'll be good enough. I've totally forgot how to make hot zones, but you can have like a thing where you just have the camera look when you press a button. Like, I want this to be a new hot zone. I press F3 and see it. I figured it. I could look into it and figure it out, but I don't feel like it. Lol. Petish. Yep. More entertainers. You guys gonna be hired on, or do I just... Mayor, peasant, talented musician, get him in. Give him a job. Competent stringed instrumentalist. Peasant, get him in. We take those. We love the peasants that are good with wind and stuff. Yeah, Fisher Dwarf, yep, you're in. Peasant, yep. Guy's the tavern keeper, proficient speaker, adequate musician, competent dancer. We do need a couple dancers, but we get a lot of visiting ones, so whatevs. Whatevs, man. How do we start selling drinks? When does that happen? Also, we're vegetarian dwarfs, which is pretty funny. Did you guys even get to hear this song? Oh man. Put the volume up for you. Quiet little game. I was probably watching YouTube while I played, so I was like, yep. Okay. Let's add more. Alright, everybody can come chill in here now. It's still under construction, but sure thing, dude. Yep, come here. Entertain away. We take them, we take them. Golden Age, Golden Age. Alright. 3 doors, 3 doors. Look at my engraving squad, aren't they nice? Where'd everybody go? Did I ruin it? Hope not. Uh-oh. Somebody got possessed? What the hell? Doors, please. Wonder if they have shared chests. I don't know. What's that? He's begun a mysterious construction. Become a dungeon master. Oh, cool. Snowstorm has come. Alright, everybody stay inside. I need snow up top now. This ain't The Sims. They always drop what they're doing. Well, sometimes they drop what they're doing, and then it's like I gotta redo the assignment. It's like, whatever. Overlord? What's that? Who's the Overlord? That's scary. Oh, there's snow. Sweet. So, I know you can make nobility in this game. Messenger, militia captain. Yeah, I think we're good on that. But are these guys considered nobility? I don't think so. Make 2 coffins? Yeah, let's do that. Now I can type. Are they stone? Must be stone only. Vunum roll an iron mail shirt. He offers it to the Hame of Binding. Okay, nice job. Why is this guy peeved? What's he mad about? The children are always mad. I'm gonna see if my friend knows why. He's an expert, sort of. We're expanding. Tavern's getting finished up, looking good. Get to make toys for kids. My friend just told me that's obvious. I should have known that. Someone go craft those toys. Perfect. Let the kids not be pissed. Alright, the tavern expansion's complete. Let's get some tables in here. If we have any left. I sure hope we do. Just 2. Okay. Chairs. Chairs. Okay. Monkey. Do I make monkey from taverns? That's what I'm trying to say. Stray llama. Cool. Alright, we're gonna disband this old tavern because it sucks. I don't like it. You're done. What's a dining hall? Okay, never mind. Sorry, guys. Do we have any different dining halls? Not really. We could make this a dining hall up here, I guess. No, we can't smooth that. Cancel. Belay that order. This is fucked. I don't think I can... This one has water? Uh-oh. Muddy water, water. Ooh, not good. Might be flooding. I don't know. Skrilla. Tuh. Oh yeah, the Resident Evil 2 video just went up. Or Resident Evil 1 Part 2 video. That's cool. I got the bot working like clockwork. Tree fell over into my neighbor's backyard last weekend. Insurance trying to be here. Like, hi, here's $500. Fuck off. Huh. That's crazy. When it's $1,800 to remove the tree alone, not even fence damage or anything on their property. Wow. Tree fell over into my neighbor's. Is it your tree? That happened to us, and I looked it up, and if it was because of a storm, you're not liable. It's just if you're cutting the tree and something, you know, you're negligent and it falls over, then you're responsible. But if a storm does it, it's natural causes, and they have to deal with it because it fell on their side. It could have fallen on your side too. That's what I saw online. But you know, that's Goldberg, lol. But you know, it's because of natural causes. It's not like you were sawing down the tree. Sucks though. I think what we did is we gave them some money to cover it because it costs a shit ton of money. The storm industry is booming. Okay, these engraved floors are starting to hurt my eyeballs. Just a little bit. I'm gonna make a dining hall down here. It seems like a good idea. And connected to the tavern. Hopefully there's not a bunch of stupid water in the way. That would be dumb. They just paste faces on them. They look like shit. Yeah, I know. What the hell's that about? The tavern's popping off though. I'm really happy about that. It's been long road. Tavern floor. Here, I'm gonna turn on the... Let me save so the game doesn't crash. Whoa! I'm gonna turn on the emote wall so when you emote, the emotes pop up. It seems like fun. I'm not gonna do it for the whole screen though. Let's do it on the side. Also, I can't read the chat. It's too tiny. And your names have been up there for like 25 minutes. I think my settings from my other scene are carrying over. I gotta fix that. Whatever. Emote wall, emote wall. Where's you at? Yeah. Okay, the emotes are gonna pop up at the bottom left when you do them now. So definitely have fun with that. Alright. And we're on. Alright. Wow, they build that shit fast. Okay. Floors, doors. Any floors? Bauxite blocks, huh? Chalk blocks. Yeah, chalk blocks. Oh. Don't have enough of anything. I have iron, but that's a waste. Gotta get people making more blocks, to be honest. Let's get some guy to do it. Let's get a... Workshop, stoneworker. Where is he? There he is. Right there. Just make it out of anything, man. I don't care. The kids are happier. Looks like I'm making toys. I made one. Well, they love it, so. This guy's just gonna make blocks all day. That's his job. Oh wow, cherry wood door masterpiece. Yeah, good. Oh. Let's go, dwarves. Yippee. These guys, their barracks suck. They're just there. It's just like a giant rectangle. I don't know why I made it. Yep. While you were gone, Justin, I got like 50 people wanting to show up. Oh. Thieves? Kill them, kill them, kill them. So what do I do with these thieves? Because I just put a kill order out on them. Normally. But it doesn't do anything. So what do you do when thieves show up? I don't know. Ugh, that house you posted is gross. Yeah, I did the kill order, I think. So they're killing. Like there's kill time. Kill, 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 confirm. What does it watch my dwarves chase him down, swag. That house you posted is disgusting. That sink, oh my god, dude. Can't even look at that. Alright. My dwarves take too long, dude. The thieves are gone, man. They're all gone. He's so slow. Yeah, they're fast. They already stole shit. I think it's because they're going and targeting the outside pile of just like rocks that I don't care about. These are just stones. So they just steal a stone and leave. Wait, what did I just do? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. God damn it. Is it captain of the guard or militia commander? I don't know. Militia knows the... So this is the militia. Fuck. Clasps of oil... Dude! Oh my god. Oh, not all this shit again. God damn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna sign them again, like you said. Hopefully they don't take it off. If it's their uniform, doesn't that mean they'll keep it on? Like, if it's not their uniform, they might try to take it off. I think that's a guy, but I just can't see his picture. Sure, you're in either way. Yeah, I must have deleted the default uniforms on accident. You know how it is. What's all this? What does this red stuff mean? Wife. That's cute. Let's make some guards. I guess I don't have guards. The picks of polishing? I don't want to name you that. You're the guards. Guard, Precinct 1. Hello? Am I a cap lock? Did I not save? Oh, you have to use their... Damn. The fuck? Checking on the guy whose picture isn't popping up. It's a bug, but once had a were gecko whose image looked like that. Guards? Okay. I like guards. That's awful. Guards. Guards of guarding. The fuck? Okay. No relevant skills, huh? Nice. We need to get some guys with just random skills to be guards. Beekeeper sounds like good material for the guards. Woodcutter. Any peasants? Ranger. Yeah, why not? Diagnostician? Okay. It's pretty funny. Trapper. That's me. That's enough. Okay. These guys don't have backpacks or water sacks? Is that a thing? That's nice. Actually, let's have the guards wear copper so I can tell them apart. And I'll make a bunch of copper breastplates, even though I just ran out. So actually, what metals do I have? Let's go look. I don't have any copper left. Long story. Metal, metal, metal. Where you at? Meat? No. Whoops. I have 287 copper bars. I lied to you. I lied to you. I have a lot. Alright, we'll do copper. They're fighting. Huh? Where's this? Oh shit. Kobold. Oh, somebody got him. Somebody nicked one of the kobolds. Nice. Alright, alright, alright. What was I doing? Can they have a bow and also have... Fuck. Okay. Can they have a bow and a shield at the same time? Alright. Now we gotta make them copper. How's the tavern going? Pretty good, pretty good. I just need some floors for this place. Alright, let's go. Whoop. There we go. So we need to make copper breastplates. Greaves. High boots, right? Copper high boot. Copper gauntlets. Helmet, breastplate, pants, gauntlet, boot. I think that's everything. I can make some weapons, like a sword. I don't know what kind of metal I have though. Make some spears for them. And, yeah, that guy's gonna be slaving away. Some shields. Now I need to find more copper. Okay, let's do some rooms. This is the fun part. Planning. Trust me, it's fun, it's fun. That's fine. And then we'll deconstruct, what is this? Deller Wheelpaper, being the rightful heir, has inherited the position of Queen of the Still Paints. What is that? Are they nobility? Do they live here? Monarch? What the fuck? I never had a monarch. Huh? Jesus. Alright, we got a queen now. Cool. Let's get her a good room. Away from the rabble. Oh. Just give her this stuff. She can live down here. I don't know. How do you make stuff royal? I don't know how to do all that. Well, I gotta get ready to go anyway. I am barely grasping what's going on. This was fun. I'm gonna upload this podcast. I put that up this weekend, so you guys can hear the rest, or I don't know. It'll be up there, so good with me. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Woo!